Hello everybody! Before we get to today's video, which is me building decks for Miguel and Andre, I need to say something very quickly to you. If you are a gameplay viewer where you like the Arkham gameplay, for example, the gameplay that this Dark Matter deck building is for, you will want to go to subscribe to our new channel, More Playing Board Games, which is going to be the home for all of our gameplay content going forward. As a matter of fact, if you go there right now, after you watch this video, or even before you watch this video, you can find the first episode of this Dark Matter playthrough and watch it today, so you can actually see these decks in actions immediately, as opposed to waiting a few days like you would before. Likewise, what's also different from playing board games and More Playing Board Games is normally I would release the gameplay videos like weekly. That's how the release cadence would go. But on More Playing Board Games, the videos are going to come out every few days, so that means we're going to get through an entire campaign in, say, like 3 weeks, as opposed to 8. So it's kind of more hyper-focused. So again, if you like the gameplay, like Arkham Horror or other board games or other stuff, go check out our gameplay and VOD channel, because the Playing Board Games channel is going to be changing slightly. And thank you, Lawnmower, for coming in right at this time, right near the video where I'm recording this. But yeah, enjoy the deck building. I appreciate it. See you guys later. Those birds need to chill, brother. So I have not actually played a lot of I haven't played a lot of Arkham, at least not with the official cards, in a while. So I think it's time for me to start grinding out with the official investigators and all that. Just to see these guys in action and try to, like, you know, when we're gonna do our tier lists at the end of the year, I would like to actually have some sort of basis to talk about for these investigators. Like, I can at least have a knowledge for how they are. So they're going nutters out there. Andre Patel, if you succeeded a skill test by 2 or more during your turn, you may take an additional action this turn, limit once per round. And then we got Miguel, who is very simple. When you play an event... No, that's his knapsack. That's not him. You may take an additional action during your turn, which can only be used to play an event. So, nice and simple stuff here. Oh my god, these birds are crazy. Okay, we just don't get the window open. We just don't get the window open today. Alright. So, both these guys could be both combat and flex. Combat and clues. So I think the best thing to do is to kind of meet in the middle, right? Is to try to kind of like, see how they are, kind of both flexing. We're playing through Dark Matter, which is notably going to be an easier campaign. That campaign is easier than a lot of the other stuff, but I haven't played Dark Matter in a while, and I do enjoy playing Dark Matter, so I want to try that out here. We are going to be playing Legacy. These are going to be Legacy decks as well. But what I would like to do is I would like to look at the Chapter 1 cards, just to kind of get an idea of what I'm going to be doing, right? Because I want to, like, well, not know what I want to be doing, but just so, again, this is kind of like the whole idea for this is to better understand how good these cards are. Because I think that there are some that are obviously good, right? And I think there are some that are obviously not good. You can also point to Mr. Marcus, but I have thoughts about Marcus, but I'm not going to talk about them in this video. This is a whole separate thing. But there are cards that, like, I've never tried, I've never seen anyone try, so I need to kind of, like, try these things out to see how they feel, right? I need to, like, start playing with the cards to see if they're actually, like, good cards or not, without just, like, blindly being like, oh yeah, that card's good, or oh yeah, that card's bad. I need to actually see them in action. So, with all that said, I think this card does seem pretty good. Add your foot to your foot. Hi, buddy! Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Much appreciated for 10-year months. I have no idea what that means, but I do appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Like, this does seem good. It's a good way to, like, keep enemies down. And also, like, we want to try to trigger our ability as much as possible. So we can either go for, like, foot tests or combination tests. I'm wondering what it's going to be like to try out some of these events. They're probably going to be, like, Discover one clue your location. If you succeed with 2 or more, you may discover one clue at a connecting location instead. Hate the instead. This one is as well. Yeah. Is that word? Oh, this is after you evade an enemy. After you successfully evade an enemy. Interesting. Okay, so maybe this instead is not that bad. Where's the clue one for these? It's the clean sweep. So the level 0, investigate. You get +2 book for this investigation. Discover the last clue your location. You may move to a connecting location. Investigate with foot. Add your book to your foot for this test. You get +2 fist for this attack. So we kind of don't want we don't want this one. We could probably get by with clean sweep. You can give the last clue, you may move to a connecting location. After this test resolves, you may move to a connecting location. So you actually don't get extra clues from this one. I mean, this one actually seems pretty legit, right? This is like that's a enemy killer. Like, this is a shit ton of damage. You combo it with the polished cane, right? That's what it's called, right? I'm not like, I don't know why, but polished cane, maybe it's because I'm just like internet pilled. I'm like, that's dirty. That's a fucked up thing. That's some sort of sex act. And I was like, that's not the name of the card. But it is the name of the card, so we are okay. Yeah, so I think in the long, like, the only problem is that the level 0 version isn't really that great. It's not bad, but, like, it's not great for Andre, right? Because we only get to go to 4, so it's not really where we want to be. It might be where we have to be, but it's just some consideration. But again, this is not limited to just Chapter 2. But I am trying to look at, like, try out a bunch of new cards here. This is the last clue you may move to a connecting location. This is, I mean, it is compression, right? Like, let's just talk about this for a second. Let's acknowledge that this card is technically compression. And then we have the quick exit. Evade. You get +2 foot for this evasion. If you succeed by 2 or more and the evaded enemy is non-elite, that enemy is not ready during the upkeep phase. That's, I mean, that's pretty alright. That's a pretty alright card. Upgraded version here is add your brain, so we're going to be at 7. If you succeed in the evade enemy is not elite, then enemy is not ready. Interesting. So this one's just number bigger. Okay. Alright, now let's look at... I know this card's good. I'm going to be playing out the door. This card's insane. This is one of the best Arkham cards, like, ever made. This card is nuts. It's disgustingly good. So we're going to take the level 0 version, and then we're going to put these in the side deck. Okay. Out of sight, I don't really know if it interests me too much. If it's successful by 2 or more, with the primary investigator may disengage to each enemy, move to a revealed location. I don't really know how much that interests me. We definitely want card draw in this deck, so we're just going to keep it simple, stupid, and play Lucky Cigarette Case. We're going to probably try Olivier. I think I do want to... I've not played this guy through a campaign, and I know he's good, but I want to, like, see him in action through a campaign. To see how, like... I know his ability is going to be relevant, but how relevant is it going to be? That's kind of like where I'm sitting with this. I want to start gauging that. Center stage... Limit 1 per investigator uses 3 renown. If there is no renown on center stage, discard it. As a lightning bolt during a skill test, spend 1 renown and exhaust center stage. You get +1 skill for each action you've spent this round. So this is kind of like a frozen in fear killer, but there's not really a frozen in fear that exists. This card is slightly expensive. If this card was 2, I feel like I would be more inclined to include this just generally in my decks. At 3 cost, it's a little bit high. But this card could actually potentially go very well with Lucky Cigarette Case 3, which I'm probably going to play, because I also think that is one of the best cards in Arkham. Alright, Fame. Uses 4 renown. If there's no renown on Fame, discard it as an action. If there's enemy location, spend 1 renown, parlay, gain 2 resources. I mean, this is... It's not bad. It pays itself off pretty quick. It asks very little. I don't know how good it is in Legacy, but I think in Chapter 2 formats, that's probably okay. Alright, let's see what this Grapevine is. Use 3 rumors. If there are no rumors on it, discard it. Spend 1 rumor and exhaust Grapevine. Parlay. Choose an enemy and reveal location up to 2 connections away. Move 1 location at a time along the shortest path to that enemy's location and engage it. Interesting. Draw 1 card on the upgraded version does seem nice. You know what? I'm gonna try out the Grapevine here. I don't think it's that bad. I think that this card could be pretty good. And then we'll put this in the side deck. I think I'm going to try this one out here. We're going to give it a shot. Alright. I'm going to take you. I'm going to take you, and I'm going to take you in the side deck. This is just clue compression. This card actually seems kind of legit. Alright, do we want to try quick exit? Yeah, I think freezing enemies is probably good. So we have 12 cards. I will take the upgraded version. I mean, I'll put it in the side deck, because then we can just remember it. Choose a non-enemy enemy. Your location, next health enemy, disengage, pitch investigator, gains aloof until the end of the round, discover 1 clue. That's okay. It's pretty expensive. What the hell is Easy Street? Commit only 2 skill tests performing, max 1 commit per skill test. Easy Street gains 1 wild icon for every 3 resources you have to a maximum of a promise and power. Promise of power. It's kind of crazy, huh? Mystic just like gets this for 1 direct damage, but Rogue needs what is that? 9 resources. But I suppose, I mean, that is balance, right? Like that's color pie, so it is ultimately good. We'll take a watch this. All right, and then let's look at some assets. I mean, there's a lot of playable cards in the core set here. I'm not going to play Lockpick 0. I tried that out because I was told that it's not terrible, and then I lost it on the first test, so I'm in hell. We're going to take the Polish Cane. I would love to say that was my joke, but that was astute. I mean, I think we are going to take it in the thick of it. I'm fucking addicted to that shit. So give me Lockpicks 1, and I'll take the Thieves' Kid 0. We could play the Hammerless. The Hammerless is not a bad way to kill enemies. It's a little bit slow, but it's kind of free with Andre, especially if we get everything cooking here. But I think this is a pretty alright start for how the deck is looking. So I think what we do is now I think we leave Chapter 2 and we look at Legacy in specific. What is this deck missing? It has economy. Its economy is all skill-based, but that's not terrible. We can look at other options. I need to spend 1 XP, so why don't we start there? I realistically probably want a customizable skill, or customizable card in this deck, because we are playing through Dark Matter, and that has... I mean, we also could just buy, like, expensive stuff, right? Lockpick 0 breaks on the first test, and Lockpicks 1 never loses any supplies. It's crazy how that works, huh? It's just some sort of weird eldritch magic. Savant is 3 icons. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Do you know what? This could actually be a good copycat deck. Because Miguel has a lot of good skills. I can't really see a 1 XP card that's really, like, making me happy here. But I really don't want to bank 1 XP. I mean, we could just do Easy Mark, right? I could do 1 Payday. It's not terrible, 1 Payday. What has this been mutated to? Oh yeah, this is the weird one. Performed. you spent. I'm gonna still pretend I know the difference to that. Okay. That looks all good. I would love to take In the Thick of It, please. Alright, what do we feel like this deck's missing? So for clues, we have Thieves' Kit, Lockpicks. We probably want more ways to deal with enemies, right? Our hand slots are pretty contested, so I think we want to try to do them with events or our other slots. We don't really have like a long-term plan with this deck. I'm not really like starting with a build that I want to build towards. Instead, we're kind of just, what is this extravagant ring? We're kind of just like trying stuff out. 3 renown, when you succeed at a skill test, spend 1 renown and exhaust extravagant ring, you get +2. Okay, so it's kind of like, what's that one card? You know, the one, the event. Alright, our ally is Olivier, who doesn't upgrade. Daring Maneuver, yes, thank you. Lockpick 0, my favorite event, that's really funny. Any of this, okay, actually, sorry, give me just level 0 cards. We are at that point. This is going to be some classic old school Arkham upgrading when I just like look at my card pool between scenarios. I don't really need to parlay. Fox Mask is probably okay as a one of. I can run that as a one of. That's an okay place to be. Sled Dogs. Well, you know what? Maybe. Maybe that's not a bad idea. So I suppose Backstab is a good way to go. We probably want Manual Dexterity. We're gonna save space for Manual Dexterity. Breaking and entering is hard to say no to. I didn't put this Clean Sweep in. But I think I still want the upgraded version in my side deck, because I want to try it, right? Like, I want to see how it is in action. Chapter 2 needs new Sled Dogs, perhaps a Cat Chariot. Now there's an idea. I have a problem, though, when someone says Cat Chariot, I think of, like, that one card, is it Essex Chariot or whatever it is, from MTG, from Kaldheim? It makes, like, the cat tokens when it comes in. That card was crazy. Okay, I'm gonna take Honed Instinct, I think. That's an allowed commander now? That's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna take Honed Instinct, and we're gonna take Manual Dexterity. Manual Dexterity. And then I think I want to end with something that deals damage. Now we have the Backstab. I mean, I think this is probably okay. I mean, we could just go Breaking and Entering. Should I just let chat choose the final card? I mean, we could go Sudden Fall, because I do want to upgrade into that. A Sudden Fall 2. And then we don't need to think about it. Do we need more economy? Maybe? Chad doesn't ever choose bad cards? They never do. They never do. I think our econ's probably fine, right? Payday is going to give us 4 resources. Out the door, upgraded version is going to get... Oh, that's what I should do. I should drop this... I actually think I like the Payday. I think Out the Door 1 is crazy, right? This represents 8. Clover, no, this is it's like a flex. We're going to be doing a double flex here. Could go Bum's Rush. No, it costs 1 XP now. Hey, Time Roller, how's it going? Hey, 78 months at the Golden Table. Thank you, Time Roller, for your support. Hope you're having a good one. Why is Watch This on the ban list? Yeah, I also don't think Sunfall Zero would do great. Oh, yeah, it's because Travis put it there, right? I forgot that Travis put Watch This on the ban list. I forgot. I was like, yeah, that was that. No, I forgot about that. We're not really a prestidigitation deck. I could just drop a sneak attack that we upgrade into it. It's not terrible. Let's do it. We're going to be a very evasion-focused build here for like both of our investigators. We're going to go with that. We're fine with your extra action. I've already played Refine enough to know that situationally it's actually not terrible. Alright, let's start with Chapter 2 again. With Miguel de la Cruz. I'm very excited to play Miguel in a Legacy format. Alright, so we're going to ask the same question we did last time. How do we get clues? How do we fight? With Survivor, like, luckily that is not a hard question to answer. We should roll our weakness. What do you got for me? Dark Pact? Fuck. What's the price of failure again? Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna say right now, don't be surprised if I call this thing a dog. Multiple times throughout the campaign. I don't know why I think it's a dog in my head, because it specifically says feline hybrid. But for me, this is a dog. I don't know why, I can't explain it, I'm just telling everybody to get prepared for that. Okay, well we're probably going to play Hunter's Instinct, and we're going to put this in our sideboard. Okay. We're gonna start with 2 copies of Loner. I think I want to try out this Daniel Jameson guy. I want to give him a shot. Alright, so Andre leans a little bit better to the clue side, so we're going to lean a little bit more to damage over here on the Miguel de la Cruz side. After an enemy, so attach your location, after an enemy enters attached location, exhaust decoy trap. Evade with book or foot, evade that enemy, you get +1 skill value for this evasion. If this succeeds, you may discard decoy trap to move to this location. Interesting. Okay, well we're going to take glassing. Guerrilla tactics. Fight or evade, you get +1 skill value. You may target an enemy at a connecting location as if you were engaged with that enemy. Interesting. I'm going to try this card out. That seems pretty legit. You get +2. If you succeed, deal 1 damage. Yeah, this card actually seems legit. This card seems like a real time. Okay, I'm going to take Hidden Shelter. Lion Weight. After enemy enters location, exhaust Lion Weight. You get to fight with your foot or your fist. Fight that enemy. You get +1 skill value for this attack. You may discard Lion Weight. Yeah, I'll try this card out too. This seems legit. Makeshift Bomb. After enemy or investigator enters attached location, discard Makeshift Bomb. It's Dynamite. Okay, that's neat. That's neat. Respite. Depending if there are no enemies in your location, choose out a 3-level 0 event and or skill cards you discard pile and shuffle them into your deck, draw 1 card. Neat. Rope Trap. When an enemy enters attached location, exhaust Rope Trap. Deal 1 damage to that enemy, reveal a random chaos. Random token in the chaos bag. If a skull or autofail symbol is revealed, discard Rope Trap. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to try out Stock Prey. I don't really vibe with effects like this, but it being free with Miguel does seem pretty good. It kind of changes the value of all that shit, right? Okay. I'm going to take Timely Intervention. This card is the truth. We're going to take the upgraded version in the side deck. I think this is good enough to start going into other territory. So how are we... I mean, we need to find a way. I think we want to make sure our hand slots are full, and then maybe our accessory slot. So why don't we drop Chapter 2 and go start at the top again. I am taking in the thick of it. I start as an 8-8. If I'm not taking in the thick of it, what the fuck am I doing, right? So we can get like a... You know what? Like, maybe we fuck with Longbow. Maybe we're fucking with Longbow here. Let's try out this card. I know it's probably good because Ornate Bow is good. Okay, so then we're gonna get clues via events then. Okay, so now we can go 0. Accessory slot honestly doesn't excite me that much. My defensive stats are actually kind of insane. We have our ally. We're going to try out Daniel. We'll see how long he stays. Don't think we need you. Okay. I think I'm going to run a 1 of track shoes. Alright, now we're at the fun part. We're in our events here. And this cares about tricks or traps? Trick or trap? This card should be a trick instead of a tactic. Interesting. I had no idea, and that's old errata. This is why Arkham Build is the GOAT. Interesting. Accessory. There's no accessories that really jump out to me. All right. I don't think we need Decoy Trap. I mean, I'm going to take eCash, and we're going to put eCash 2 in the sideboard. I can kind of fuck with Improvised Weapon 2. Let's put that in the side deck. Let's put this in our deck. And you know what? Let's do the same with Winging It. This is probably fine. Again, I do kind of like the idea of having a customizable card in the deck, so we're going to put Makeshift Trap. We're very light on skills here, but that is Miguel. Miguel is not the traditional sort of guy, you know? He's not the traditional dude like a lot of the other survivors are. I kind of want to go really hard on the events. I'll take elaborate distraction, I think. What's my knapsack do? The knapsack's, like, good, right? Yeah, that's really good. I don't know if I'm worried about my economy, because my curve is actually quite low. I don't think I'm worried about clues, because Andre has ways to get clues. It's going to be a very interesting run. I think we're going to scale very well, though. We're going to need another... Okay, so what I think we do is I think we kind of think about the future. And I think I just grabbed, like, another weapon. I think we just grab baseball bat with the intention of upgrading it into longbow. And that'll be, like, our first 3 XP, because then we can have 2 of these. Baseball bat, obviously, is not what we want to build around for the whole, but I think it is okay. And then we need a 1 of. And honestly, skills are kind of free, right? So we can go overpower or manual dexterity. It could be resourceful, but that's what we have the Hunter's Instinct for. So, like, that is kind of like 3 copies of resourceful in our deck. I don't think it's a long shot. It could be a last chance that we upgrade into upgraded last chance for card draw. I kind of do like that, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the side deck, and then I think we just grab... I'm going to grab an overpower. Because I think it makes our improvised weapons a little bit... We could go to improvised weapons 2 before we go to the other one. Okay. Chronophobia. The time is running out. Okay, well, those are our 2 decks that are going to be broad through dark matter. We have an Andre deck here. They're both flexy. They're both using their foot quite a bit. I think it's going to be a pretty fun run. Dark matter is a great campaign. It's XP rich and easy, which does help it be really fun. But it's also a great testing ground. I love to bring investigators through it because it can kind of show like their peak potential. So I think that's going to be pretty sweet. So that is going to be coming up on the channel in the near future. But if you enjoy deck building videos, definitely let me know and I can do more of them as well in the future. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. And as always, a GG's.